Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. I'm playing an EIK WM France deck G4, G5, G6 4-player game with Scooter, Murskok, and Stigsall. Looking at this first pile, Engineer is quite nice. Wholesale Agent gives you 2 wood, 2 clay, 2 stone, and 2 reed. 2 wood, 2 stone is a nice action, but it comes out over time. I could take Wholesale Agent, and I'm very likely to get Visiting Quarryman back, but I think I like Engineer a bit more. Engineer is quite a strong card. And if Engineer gets Visiting Quarryman back, he's happy with that as well. Looking at this pile, Aromite, obviously anti-combo with Engineer. Employee of the Month. This looks fantastic. Goods. Yeah. I think I played this recently, actually. I think it's like a really fantastic card. And then from here, let's read Henkeeper. Whenever you harvest grain, you can put the grain on the card. You get bonus points for extra grain. You have 2, 4, 6 animals. You get stuff when you sow. That's actually pretty good. Yeah, that's quite good. Like if I could combine that with Visionary, for example. Visionary fence gives you a reason to fence early. I like Visionary, but it doesn't really work with Engineer, I don't think. I think what I do is I play Animal. I'm between Animal Buyer and Manure Shoveler. Manure Shoveler seems really interesting. Okay, let's try that. And then from here, Banker. Put a marker on an action space at the start of each round. Whenever anyone uses an action space that provides goods, they receive 1 additional good. So you put on vegetable and you get an extra vegetable. Capitalist. I've seen Capitalist come out. It's a very interesting card. Same with Church Warden. I think I'm most likely to be able to take advantage of Church Warden. With Engineer, I want to do lots of family growth actions. I like Capitalist as well, but like Capitalist with like vegetables, for example, is kind of nice, but I'm not really sure that I'll have the type of game that can guarantee those kind of points. Uh-oh, my internet went down for a minute there. I was dropping a bunch of frames. Hopefully that's the only time that'll happen. Next up, oh wow, I was expecting to get Visiting Quarryman back here. Gardener's Wife is fine. Horseman is interesting. Storehouse Clerk is interesting with that card that was also in this pack, the get 2 of each type. Mailman is interesting. I think I'm going to take Gardener's Wife. With Church Warden, Engineer. Seems like a fine combination. It overlaps with manure shoveler a bit, but I could always eat the vegetable I get from gardener's wife. Plus, vegetables are a pretty common thing to mark for capitalists, so. I'm dropping frames again. That's irritating. Normally I'll go through a whole stream and not drop frames once. When my internet's being good, that is. Oh well, hopefully it doesn't happen again. Merchant is just so terrible, like I can't bring myself to play him, even though it's kind of playable with engineer. The thing about pen builder is pen builder might let me do something for capitalist. With gardener's wife I probably want to get, oh man, dropping frames again, sorry about this guys. With pen builder probably, like engineer probably wants to get a fireplace upgrade to a cooking hearth, and then pen builder can let me eat boar or cattle. I don't really like any of these actions though, is the problem. I don't want to play Eremite. So it's pen builder or merchant for me. I guess we'll take merchant. Maybe I get something that makes it easier to play occupations. And this one, Gem Hunter, is just such a bad card. I'll take Henkeeper in case I get some ridiculous combo from my minor improvements. Yeah, and Meat Seller, I'd rather build a way to eat animals. Okay. Well, Clockwork Man is pretty nice with Engineer and Employee of the Month, but Diamond Mind is just fantastic. Something's going to be pretty good, have to be pretty good to dissuade me from taking Diamond Mind. Dovetail Joints is interesting. I build 2 stables and then I could actually merchant the joinery out. Cow Chips is interesting. Clockwork Man is fantastic. Whenever you play a card with a bonus point symbol, pay a food to receive a vegetable. Well, that's interesting. Dog Training School. Action space for all players. This is weird. Investments is going to be good. There's going to be some weird combos for people with lots of building resources. Dog Training School. You get a guest and a food. Yeah, no, I don't want to take that. Yeah, I mean, Dovetail Joints or Clockwork Man, if one of those two come back, I will be pretty happy. Should I just take Dovetail Joints? Like free joinery. I don't know if I will play Merchant though, unless I get more occupation support. I don't know if Merchant's the way to go. So Collar and Chain, Cloister, both stone miners, which are good for engineer. Driftwood is just a fantastic card all around. Driftwood, cloister, collar and chain. Cloister will make it difficult for me to get to... Well, I shouldn't say that. I like cloister quite a bit. Driftwood is obviously fantastic. Alright, let's take driftwood here. Cloister and collar and chain are both good, but I'm sure I'll get one of them back. Okay, cooking corner, if I'm gonna be feeding with vegetables, is pretty good. Child's toy is an interesting option. Crooked plow. Something like crooked plow is always good because you can get all your fields done in one action. Drained pond. I think the way my game is going, crooked plow seems like it will be a good option. Like needing only one field action could be pretty nice. And then from here, bread paddle is interesting. Changing plans with dovetail joints is interesting. I don't really like any of these cards though, so I think I probably just take manure. Manure can be situationally very good. What I really just want is actions. I have a lot of good actions this game. I just want a lot of them. So, should go for the first family growth. So that means I'm playing engineer and church warden early. Everything else is play it or leave it. Try to get 2 reed or 2 times reedstone food. Get a good play action, ideally. I would have liked something like Sunday school. It's still possible I get past Sunday school. Problem with dog training schools, it's got to be played in the first 2 stages and it costs 2 stone. So yeah, cow chips is fantastic, so totally fine taking that. And then cloister is gone, so I'll take mansion here. There's a chance that I have a mansion game, although really the person who wants to play mansion is whoever took all those get bonus resource cards. And then here, I'm looking at Harrow or Cooking Corner. Not going to play Apple Tree. Cooking Corner is fantastic. The issue is, am I going to get a cooking hearth? That's the only question. Sure, let's go for a cooking hearth. I don't need to play Harrow. I don't want to make plows easier for my opponents, especially if I'm only going to do one of them and I can't use the harrow myself. So we will see. Yeah, pretty annoying. I'm still occasionally dropping frames. It seems like it's like 2 seconds where I'm just not sending anything and then it goes right back to normal. Sorry about that, guys. I'm keeping an eye on chat, so if you notice anything particularly egregious, please let me know. Like if the stream just like totally dies or something. Is that a first pick kelp gatherer? I don't think I passed it. not patroness. Fantastic. I mean, engineer is good, but I don't think it's patroness good. Three wood. So yeah, I've got kelp gatherer, and then the other card played was patroness. Let's line this up on the. So, start player coming back. There's not really anything I can do with the start player move. Scooter grabbing 2 clay, likely looking at major minor there. He's also got a card that gives vegetables, so he's looking at cooking hearth for sure. So I already know I'm having competition for a cooking hearth when I have cooking corner, so that's a little sad. Especially to see it so early. And unfortunately I just have to... I can 2 read, or 2 food, or I can 1 read. 1 read is an option because then a readstone food action gets me to 2 read. And I do want to build the first room. Okay, let's try it. I haven't done this play in a while. I haven't even considered 1 read for a long time, but I think this is a good 1 read situation to be in, especially with Church Warden. Because now Church Warden plus Reedstone Food equals first wood room. We've got Wheelbarrow Pusher from Marskok. He says thank you because I went on the 1 read space, which sets him up to be able to do Wheelbarrow Pusher with this next action. Engineer here. If I engineer, what would my second action be? Nothing, right? So yeah, let's just play Church Warden, get it out of the way. Sheep coming late means my engineer should have more value. I'm hoping Stigsall does start player, because I won't have the resources to do so. But if they don't, I guess I'm fishing. Oh, perfect. Yes, okay. And actually, this is exactly what I want to see, because I have merchant plus engineer. I want to see passing miners. I want all the passing miners. So I want to grow in front of Stigsall. So that means taking 2 wood, because if I don't, Stigsall grabs 4 wood and builds ahead of me. That might be okay, actually. Especially if I get food here. Oh, and I should take supply exchange into my hand. Hey, Sid. Hope you're doing well. This is kind of a funny start of the game for me. But yeah, we're gonna see Stigsall do 4 wood here. There's no way. And so then I get Reedstone Food, and then in my second action can be playing Engineer, and then round 4 I can first action build a room if it's not already gone. If it is, I play Occupation Gardener's Wife. Oh, Jigsaw plays Well Builder. Well, how do I not take 4 wood? Like, 4 wood is just such a good action. Because now I'm in a good spot to supply exchange myself. Sid says, looks like I was a bit late to join the game. I guess so. I don't really know. I don't know if you're talking about watching or playing, but and oh, and there's the well from Stigsall. Perfect. Okay, that works fine. That is just perfectly fine for me to see that. So I'm going to play Occupation Engineer here. Wanted to play, but lunch finished a little late. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm in a pretty good spot, I would say. What I'm looking at is I'm looking at grabbing 2 reed or 6 clay, both of which are excellent actions. Also, there might be a 4 wood action. I'm pretty sure Scooter takes 3 wood here. Pretty sure he takes 3 wood. No, he took clay. Okay, so I'm looking at 4 wood or 2 reed, and for me it's an easy choice of 2 reed, because I'm now looking to be in a position. Oh, Marskok did the 1 reed again. That's fine. That's totally fine. So I can grab 4 wood, or Stigsall grabs 4 wood. Yeah, I don't really care. Reedstone Food. I am very happy to do Reedstone Food actions. There is an option of 4 clay here, but I need to get that second reed. I need to start being able to actually build rooms. And this forces Marskok to first action build here if he wants to have the first room. My hand is so strong. Yeah, I have a lot of good cards. A lot of good cards. Scooter plays Visionary. Ooh, this is very interesting. Okay, so no pressure from him against me to build. So there's a chance that I can double build and double grow before Scooter. Especially if round 5 is family growth. If round 5 is family growth, I have an excellent shot at that. Marskok playing Basket Maker's Workshop. Okay. Okay. Stigsall can't build. So yeah, this is looking good for me. Stigsall can first action build next round, so let's build. Unfortunately, dovetail joints didn't come back. I would have liked to have seen that, but otherwise I'm pretty happy with how this is looking. Oh, and I need to feed 4, of course. I would ideally like to play 1 more occupation. Gardener's Wife, I think. Merchant is an option, but if I play Gardener's Wife, then I can play Diamond Mine, Driftwood. I already have access to playing Supply Exchange. Scooter plays Wholesale Agent. Oh, this is the card. Yeah, so there's some cool play here. Like if you used all these resources to play the Mansion, for example, like there was some some neat stuff that could have gone on here. Morse got going on one read, I imagine. So we'll Stigstall first action, build a room. Supply exchange is the turning the 2 wood action into reedstone food. Sorry. I don't have enough real estate space on the screen here. Here's supply exchange. So it lets you do 3 wood and then second action start player reedstone food, which is kind of an interesting opening possibility. Okay, having the engineer means I'm happier than most to sit on start player. But there is 5 clay and 4 wood available this round. So what I'm balancing here is the extra action I'm gonna have, is it worth passing on 5 clay, or like I'll probably get like 3 or 4 clay and I'll probably get 3 wood instead of 4 wood. The other thing is, of course, I have minor improvement. I have occupations to play, and if I first action supply exchange here and my second action isn't, if my second action is anything other than an occupation, then I might be in a little bit of trouble. So I actually am going to not build here, and I'm going to give Stigstall the option to jump over me. I could have done, yeah, and then if my second action is reedstone food, I have some good options here. I have some very good options. So I'm not crazy about Scooter's play. Personally, I'm not someone who will play Visionary unless I can breed the boar. Like, I think that's kind of the whole point of Visionary, is you get the boar breeding, you get a cooking hearth, you eat the vegetable, and then you have boar breeding, so your feeding is really set for a long time. And then you can double build, double grow, because your boarding is set. Hurts a lot less when it's your right hand player. Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't if this was Marskok, I would not consider giving up the first family growth, but because it's Stigstall, I think I can afford to. So I think that's totally fine. And so my second action here, I'm assuming Stigstall is going to start player. So then I can build the cooking hearth. Oh, playing an occupation. Okay. Occupation, so we had visiting quarryman and then hill cultivator. And yeah, I would have liked to have played another occupation here. Same issue as before. I don't have a second minor improvement, which is such a waste with this hand. I'm playing cooking hearth here. I need the food. I'm going to set up my food feeding so that it's really good. Yeah, this is a huge risk by Stigstall, but it's going to pay off. Good for them. I have Crooked Plow and Supply Exchange. I don't want to play Crooked Plow here. I absolutely want to build another room, and playing Crooked Plow just sets that back by quite a bit. I'm actually really surprised Traveling Players is still available. Yeah, it's interesting. And Family Growth doesn't come till round 7. Okay, I feel vindicated. And Stigsall should start player here. I don't think 6 wood is passing on starting player in this position. But if they do, then I absolutely will start player. If Stigsall takes 6 wood, I'll start player. But I'm guessing that they won't, and then I get 6 wood. And I think I've gained a whole lot from this sequence. Yes, beautiful. Beautiful. That's exactly what I wanted to see. So I could play Merchant, I could play Gardener's Wife. Both are options. Merchant would let me play Diamond Mine, Driftwood, Cooking Corner, and Supply Exchange in 2 actions. So that would be kind of cool. Of course, Cooking Corner is not as good to have if Gardener's Wife isn't on the table. So I think I like Gardener's Wife here. I can always catch up with Merchant later, or I could just not play it at all and just have plenty of minor improvement actions. And there's not really anything good on the board. I mean, 6 food Traveling Players is good, but it's not something I need. So I play Gardener's Wife here. So yeah, now when I start player next round, I can start player Diamond Mine, I can start player Driftwood. Driftwood first and Diamond Mine second for sure, because I want to get that wood earlier. Might also be a good option to Supply Exchange, just because Supply Exchange will get me an extra food. There's also going to be like a 6 food fishing action, so that's like a totally fine option. Oh, there's the wholesale agent coming into play. And Marskok builds. Oh, I guess I can show Gardener's Wife. Yeah, there's going to be 2 excellent food actions. So yeah, I should probably Supply Exchange here, because if I play Supply Exchange, then I get 3 food and I'm only 1 food away, and I could play like I would have more options for my second action. Breed stone food, I get an extra food. Yeah, because now I only need 1 more food in order to be in a really good spot. So I can't second action Merchant. I would have liked to have been able to do that, but I think this is going to be fine. I can Merchant before my next set of Family Growth. Or like I said, I can ignore Merchant altogether, because I might want a Family Growth and then sit on start player to get Family Growth without room, in which case I've got stuff to play. We'll see. The problem with Merchant is that you have to use an action to get food to pay for it. Now Engineer mitigates that somewhat, but would I rather just not have the food, because having food is good? It's kind of a difficult question. So I gotta think. Oh, I should look at Peanut Butter Factory. And Where's Salesman I know very well. Peanut Butter Factory, a clay and grain into 5 food and a bonus point. So it's as good a conversion as clay oven, but it also gives you a bonus point for a clay. Pretty nice. Scott plays Where's Salesman? Each time any player, including you, builds an improvement or plays an occupation that lets them turn building resources into food. Marskok, why did you get... Oh, read from Patroness. Okay, so actually Peanut Butter Factory would have activated. Yeah. Yeah, Peanut Butter Factory seems like it's really good. Kind of confused by the fact that it exists. 7 food traveling players. How do I say no to that, right? Scooter plays Storehouse Clerk. Yes, I was gonna say there's some fun cards here. And he got to the 8 wood, which is good. The problem with Storehouse Clerk is you inevitably have to spend those resources. So ideally you would like to get to the point where you can spend the resources. You have so many you can spend resources and still collect from the Storehouse Clerk. But the problem is that very rarely is something that you can do. So here is where I can play Diamond Mine or Driftwood or Cooking Corner. I don't think I need Cooking Corner for a while. I don't need any food for this next harvest. So I'll just play Driftwood and get a food. Oh, and I get a vegetable from Gardener's Wife. Why do you have Mansion instead of Scooter? Yeah, this is an excellent... Yes, Scooter has an excellent Mansion hand. But he passed on it. I don't know if he thought he would get it back 7th, because I picked it 6th. But that pile was pretty terrible at that point. But yeah, lots of good resource actions available, because people have kind of been doing their different things, like plowing, playing occupations. Some really good resource actions available. But I'm happy. I mean, Engineer, Gardener's Wife, I'm on pace to just have a really nice game. So I would like to get some reed because I would like to build another room. So the question is, how do I get it? Do I get it from Reedstone Food or do I take 2 reed? I mean, there is 4 wood available, and 4 wood is a nice action as well. There's 4 wood gone. Yeah, Because Marskok looks like he's going to be in a position where he can build a room instead of start player, and that's like a pretty nice situation to be in. So being able to first action build a room would be pretty nice. And I don't need the stone for a little while, so I think 2 reed is fine. Yeah, so here's the problem with Storehouse Clerk. You play it, you get 1 tick of the resources, and then you have to spend all of them. Because Scooter needs to double build here. If he doesn't double build, I will build with my first action next round. And Marskok could potentially build here as well. Scooter's doing start player. Okay, so that's how he's mitigating that possibility. He's doing start player instead of... Which does let him collect 1 more. Oh no, he's renovating. What? Okay. Interesting. That is not what I expected at all. I guess it makes sense because you're gonna get stuff off of you're going to get more clay, and he's just going to collect lots of clay and build clay rooms. And it lets you tick your storehouse clerk for wood for the rest of the game, which is a nice situation to be in. You had Marskak play Swan Lake. He did it on the start player space. So I wonder if Marskak will first action build a room, second action family growth next round. He has the resources for it with his Basket Maker's Workshop. So if he does, I'll be a little sad, but not terribly. I also need to think about my employee of the month. If I don't play it next round, I start missing out. Does it include the current card? Not counting this one. So if I play Merchant and then round 10 I play Employee of the Month, I can do that for 4, and then it can give me grain. What would I collect? I'd probably collect grain, vegetable, cattle, boar, something like that. So yeah, let's see what Marskak does. Pretty sure he's gonna first action build a room. Also, where has all Stigsal's grain come from? Have they been taking the one grain action a bunch? Is that why there's so many good grain moves on the board? Round 6 they took a grain. Round 7 they took a grain. Yeah, round 6, round 7. Okay. And 2 bonus points because of 1 plus 1. Right, that makes sense. Alright. Alright, let's see what Marskak does here. Pretty sure he's doing build room. Pretty sure. I would be surprised by anything different. The nice thing about the position I'm in, I could start player to get the build room round 10. If I do that, I'm guaranteed family growth round 11. And you know what? I'd be very happy to play Diamond Mine. Means I don't need to play Merchant. Grab 2 stone and a food. Diamond Mine, just a fantastic card. And we'll basically lock Scooter out of family growth until super late in the game. So my second action could be 3 wood, if 3 wood's available. 4 clay. You know what? I want to be greedy. If I can get more than 4 clay, I would like to. Because 4 clay is enough for my reno, but it's not enough for me to do 2 different things. And I would kind of like to be able to do 2 different things. Like, I would like to be able to reno plus build a major improvement. Here's Town Hall for Scooter. So he's gonna get 2 food in the harvest, sure. Not reason enough on its own to reno to a stone house. Does he have like Candy Room? Is he thinking that he's gonna get a lot of value out of Candy Room? Problem with Candy Room is you need to be able to actually have actions to use it. And Scooter does not have any actions. Marskok playing Bounty. And what's this? Conservator for Stigsall. Alright, so Stigsall is less interested in wood and clay now. So yeah, 3 wood definitely. Happy to take 3 wood with my second action. Then third action could be Employee of the Month. I think at this point I don't need to play Merchant. I'm probably not going to play Manure. I'm probably not going to play Mansion. Cow Chips is borderline. Cooking Corner, Crooked Plow are definitely going to be played, but Cow Chips is borderline. Mansion is probably not. Manure definitely not. So we're doing fine. So I could take 4 clay here, or I could try to hope one of the good clay actions comes back to me next round. I'm also the only person aside from Scooter who can get access to these sheep. So I could fence 10 right here. If I fence 10, I could still take it. I could take a breeding pair of animals with my second action. Whoops. Let's do fence 10. Let's do it. Let's get breeding pairs of animals. And feed 6. Makes my manure shovel playable. It does. But I think the way I'm going to be getting crops anyways means that I don't need to play them. Let's take those 2. Build a room. So I could do employee for animals and let the other rock handle crops. That's true. The only thing is employee has to be different types of animals. So I think I'm going to grab a grain from employee. Oh, I only have 3 choices for employee here. That's right. Yeah, that's an option. It does, yeah, it's an option. I also have, like, Cow Chips is playable now because I can do these 3 spaces. Marskok has the first action, family growth. So that means I'm getting 4 sheep or 3 boar back, and I'll take the sheep because the boar is actually not as many points for Scooter, or it's not as much food for Scooter. So I'll kind of gamble that I can get both back. And if I get both back, that would be really sick. Marskok playing Occupation Alchemist, or Mine Improvement Alchemist Lab. This is really good for Scooter. Actually, it's not that good for him because he can't afford to do only 4 resources with one action. He needs to do way more than that. It's really good for me because once I get wood, it's going to inject a ton more resources into the game, which is a good position to be in. You know what? Boar is more food per harvest, so let's do that. I might even get a read from Employee of the Month. So if I look at how my my resource setup is I'm going to pick up one more stone, which is my 4th stone, which is enough to rent out to a stone house. So that means in order to get all my renovating done, I only need 4 clay, 3 clay, and 1 reed. So I could use Employee of the Month to give me a reed, and it would save me going on a reed space. Now, reed stone food is a good action if I need the stone, but if I don't need the stone, and that's kind of the position that I'd be setting myself up for, you know, 4 sheep, absolutely. Very happy taking 4 sheep here. For a late family growth game, your farm is already looking nice. Nice, yeah. Yeah, the only problem with it is that I don't have, like filling up all the spaces is going to be a little hard. Like getting these 4 fences is going to be hard. And probably I'm not getting 5 fields. Like I'll probably get 3 or I'll get 3, maybe 4. But I need too much more wood. I need like 7 or 8 more wood, which is going to be a little hard. I have 1 coming, so I need 2 wood actions. Like, it's just going to be hard to get everything done. And it's going to be possible to get locked out of stuff that I want to do, which is going to be sad. But hey, Marskok has only 4 wood on the board total, so I think I'm in a better spot than he is. I just got past a lot of really good cards. Oh, Stigsaw with Steel Plow. That's good. Yeah, that's really helpful. So I don't have to family growth here, which means I could take a breeding pair of cattle if I wanted to. I think I don't want to. I think I want to take clay with this move. Or I could take wood so that I could crooked plow next round. If I take wood, then I can play crooked plow. Yes. Yes, I think I'm doing it that way. Be cool if you do a video going over the differences in how you approach a game if family growth is round 5 versus family growth around 7. It's one of the big strategic decisions you need to make in Agricola, how many rooms to build, how to early defense based on family growth round order. Yeah, I find the tension between building the 4th room and fencing is actually really difficult. And yeah, it's actually like a pretty difficult decisions to make. Yeah, Scooter's finally building. Used up all the stone, so it doesn't matter that he's not getting storehouse clerk stone anymore. So that's good. And I actually like the way he's building stables because it's a way of using the wood, but then he can still collect with storehouse. So that's cool. That's cool. And get a food. So we had Steel Plow. And of course I played Crooked Plow, which is a classic card. I got a food from Crooked Plow thanks to my engineer. Scooter got a breeding pair of cattle. That's fine. I don't begrudge passing him anything because I think I'm in a lot better position. So my last action is Occupation Employee of the Month. And then to feed, I can feed a sheep and a boar and 2 food. Perfect. Perfect. I'm in an excellent spot. So here I'm putting out cattle. So I'm putting out cattle first because I want to be able to get cattle, grain, reed. So cattle will let me play cow chips. Grain will let me sow grain in round 13 if I get plow sow. And reed for round 14 to do my renovation to stone house. Okay, looks good. So then I can feed HO2F to feed. Oh, and I get a vegetable. And I get a vegetable on family growth. Thank you, Sid. Yeah, that's so. Yeah, round 5 versus round 7 family growth. It's interesting because, but the problem with this game is I find there's not a lot of hard and fast rules. I always find that Marskak playing joinery and getting a wood, a reed, and a vegetable. Oh, where's salesman gives him a wood. That's right. And then the reed is from what? The reed is from where's salesman. The vegetable is from bounty. Right. Okay. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. Well, I have a choice of satisfying. Yeah, how do I not do this, right? How do I not get family growth in round 13 with Church Warden available, or Church Warden having been played? Okay, let's play Cow Chips. And get a food. Plow one field won't come back to me here, but I'm going to have to hope that I get it in round 14. I might even start player for it, but start player cooking corner, I have no problems doing that. So yeah, so the thing about this game is there's not a lot of hard and fast rules. That there's a mix between, I think one thing that I'm pretty good at is I'm pretty good at playing tactically, which is the short-term strategy. And I think I usually have a pretty good idea of what my final farm should look like, but I'm not always good at executing that, like about knowing what's possible. I'm kind of like, well, if I play all my cards and things go well, then this is what my final farm will look like. I think other players are actually a lot better than me in terms of changing that plan, realizing how many resources are actually available, that kind of thing. I've got a bunch of stuff I can do here. Do I need food? Are the boar likely to be taken? I don't think the boar are getting taken. Let's play it safe and grab 8 clay. 8 clay lets me lets me build another major cooking hearth if I want to. And I think I want to. I think I'm pretty likely to play cooking corner at some point on minor improvement. Yeah, Sid says, I don't mean giving hard and fast rules, but some things to consider that change based on when family growth comes out. Early family growth means first to growth is obviously powerful, but first to grow twice is also massively important. Late family growth means that the first defense is much more important than fourth to grow, since opponents don't have the moves to stop you from swiping the animals. First to grow to 4. Yeah, that's an excellent point, actually. And yeah, because when family growth comes out late, there's a lot more. And the resource actions are generally better too. So there's like some tension there. What am I doing with this move? Probably Reno. Reno plus cooking hearth, just to deny it. Yeah, so yeah, and the other thing you always have to consider is, can you, what's the feeding situation going to be? If you grow, like, I always really like being in this situation where I can grow second in a round 7 family growth game, because I don't have to pay that extra food for that round 7 harvest, and I don't have to invest to start player until round 7. So that means I can usually do more and better stuff. Wood food. Oh, from the one read space. Okay. Yeah. Wheelbarrow pusher also likes mansion more than me. It's kind of funny that some of these cards didn't get grabbed. Take animals here, I think. Take some food. 1, 2, 3. Hey, Sid comes to watch. So I have family growth, absolutely. Get another vegetable. And now if I get to plow, if I get to use my crooked plow, I win. I don't think I did forget the engineering food. I remember specifically thinking about, I'm pretty sure I grabbed it just very quickly. Renovate, 1 read. Yeah, I added a food according to the game log. 1 food resource here after paying. Pretty sure I did. I didn't announce it, but I took it. Okay, this is good. This is really, really, really good. Because Sticksaw is either going to start player or not start player. In which case, if they start player, which they do, that means I get second action, which means my plow, my crooked plow gets to activate. So that means with this move, I can do something interesting, like take 3 wood. Because 3 wood will let me fence this round, or next round. Yeah, 3 wood lets me fence this round. And I want to fence this round because I want to force Marskok to Reno fence, and I want to force Stigsaw not to fence until next round as well. Yes, and then also if I fence, I have a chance at getting, well, I won't get cattle. Cattle will get taken by Stigsaw, but there's some stuff that can happen. Yeah, Scooter takes sheep. Interesting. Okay. All right. And last action is going to be family growth. I think Marskok, well, there are 2 3-stone actions, so it doesn't actually have to do 1 here, but probably visiting Quarryman Stone is what I would do. But the great thing is, renovation is 100% secure for me, thanks to the fact that there are 2 people in Stonehouse in round 13. Marskok wants 6 stone, I think, since he probably has Cloister, so he needs 5 more. Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, he probably does have Cloister. That's an excellent point. But he's going to do his Alchemist action first. Alright. Stigsaw grabs 2 cattle here, I'm sure. Yep. 2 wood is 1 point. I kind of... Yeah, if I fence here, Marskok will definitely... This absolutely forces Marskok to Reno fence next round, because Scooter is going to first action fence regularly, I would guess. So I fence 4. not what is that? Oh, family growth. Yeah, family growth and no minor improvement is what he's communicating. Yeah, Sticksall is going to be in tough actually to fill that last space. I wonder what the plan is. Because farm name sign is not worth anything unless they get that last space covered up. I don't know what to do here. I'm gonna get Reno Improvement, so Reno Improvement I'll play Cooking Corner. I really don't know. Like, is one boar points? Is six food is probably points? Probably, right? Gotta be. Feed 2 -9, and I can't breed sheep, but I can breed boar. I do it kind of like this. The boar is held in the house, so I get 2 food. So 7 food, H2 feed. Yeah, and so I won't actually need to breed my, I won't actually need to sow or eat my vegetables because I have 3 food, I have 5 food sitting right here, so I only need 1 more food total, and 1 food will come from Cooking Corner. So it would be better for me to be able to breed both my sheep and my boar, but I just don't have space. So maybe I should have taken wood before fencing. So that means I probably should have taken wood before fencing is likely the issue. There's plow sow. I plow 3. Yeah, so my cow chips, if I actually end up activating it, it's going to be super overkill. But that's okay. Point on my driftwood, point on my cow chips. I wonder if Scooter takes wood before he fences. It's only 1 point, most likely. Unless it means you can breed some different types of animals. So what points do I have left to me? Taking animals. But only taking cattle. Yeah, actually only taking cattle is points. Everything else is not points. Because I don't have room for any more animals. I guess taking boar is 1 point because I can move my cattle back into my house. How many points is sow? Sow is a 2-point move? Alright, let's do that. So, because my cattle guy means I get 1 more point on each of them. My cow chips. Sticksall plays Midnight Fencer. Oh, this is fun. Gonna get 1 fence from me. Gonna get 2 fences from Scooter. So that's a 2-point card right there, and then anything from Maroskok is another point. Needs 2 from Maroskok actually for another point. Oh, and that's how you fill your farm name sign. Beautiful. Oh, nice. That's fun. So 1 cattle, if it comes back to me, is my move. Taking grain last round would probably have been better than food. 2 more points from sowing an early grain. Grain may have been blocked. That's a good question. I'm not sure, actually. I'm not sure how that worked out. You're right, because I have way more vegetable than I need, so I don't need to sow an extra vegetable. I should have sown grain instead. Yeah, that's an excellent point, Sid. Yeah, because one of these last two actions is going to be a dead move, it looks like. Because I have no need of any resources. Yeah, and there's no plow available. There's no points available for me on the board. Yeah. Yeah, so that last move is going to be worth a zilch. So let's block an improvement space, I guess. Yeah, I don't really see anything else. I guess I could block pottery. Nah. Let's just block improvement, that's fine. And I'll play cooking corner here. Not that it matters, but I need like I need glutton here. I need glutton for that action. And nothing else is worthwhile playing. And Renault, nothing. Uh, 2V, 2F, but I can't breed my animals, so it doesn't matter. So I have whatever I score plus 5. And will that be enough? It's going to be a good score. I don't know if it'll be enough, though. The Cloister did come out for Marskak. Good memory by Sid that Cloister was in the draft. Sticksall scores 51. Yeah, I don't beat 51. Only 49. Huge Midnight Fencer. Huge. Holy, 51 with all those negative points. Really good. Sid, didn't see the draft just obvious from Marskak's layout. Excellent observation, Sid. Good job. Yeah, so I have 49. So I lost to Stigsall by 2 points. Wow. That Midnight Fencer was huge. But really, Peanut Butter Factory seems amazing. First pick with Champion Breeder, hoped for Visionary back. Wow, Passing Patroness. Patroness is out, far better than any of Scooter's cards. Far better. And Stigsall took the cook in hopes of getting Wheelbarrow Pusher back. Peanut butter is so good. Easy feeding and 6 points, yeah. Yeah, just the fact that you don't actually have to bake in the harvest is super good. So yeah, if you compare Peanut Butter Factory to Clay Oven, um, both give you grain to five. Both give you grain to five food. The clay, if you look at it, you can do like a four clay action and say that's four bakes there, because the Peanut Butter Factory lets you bake in the harvest, and it gives you 4 bonus points as well. Yeah, it's super good. I think this card is probably too good. And if I look at this, too strong. Too strong. That's what I see too. Ken, this card is better than a major oven. New CZ Rush, too strong. I agree. 4.7 power. And I'm going to add myself to this. Marskok says, your math is weird. I think grain support is, or I think Peanut Butter Factory is really strong. Sid says, take a 4 clay action, have 1 green field, you're fed for 3 harvests with bonus points. Exactly. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Yeah, I need to reconsider Midnight Fencer, because in some games, Midnight Fencer is like monstrous. In games where people aren't allowed to do all their fencing that they want to do. Let's take a look at my draft quickly. Three, two, five, 1, 6, 8. Oh, no. No links. Alright, engineer. Wow, visiting quarryman 4.5 power. Holy. Midnight Fencer is good in a wood-tight late family growth game. Yeah, I think that's a good point. Especially because I know that the church warden is out there. So church warden means that lots of wood rooms are going to get built. So yeah, that's a really good point. Yeah, visiting quarryman 4.5 power, nice. Employee of the month, obviously incredibly strong. Manure shoveler, I took the best power card here. So capitalist rated higher than church warden. That is interesting. Marskok says I did plenty of job to make Stig win. I mean, only by 2 points, and I had a pretty strong game. I'm like really close to winning that. Capitalist is the best for Woodhawk to draft because you control the scoring bonus. This is true. The only thing about Capitalist, it's not all or nothing. Like, I got Churchwarden bonus and nobody else did in this game. This is true. That's very true, Sid. But like, what could I have named this game? I would have named vegetables, right? And vegetables, I would have only gained 2 points compared to Stigsall instead of 3 points from Churchwarden, for example. Gardener's Wife, best card by power. So here I take Merchant. Would Pen Builder have been good for me? I don't know. Penkeeper, none of those would have been playable. Diamond Mine, yes. Driftwood, yes. Crooked Plow, yes. I take Manure here. I wouldn't have played any of the other cards. Maybe Chameleon. Maybe Chameleon. Maybe Chameleon just because I would have had space for animals or something. Probably not. Cow Chips, obviously. Mansion. So Baker's Kitchen would have been playable at the end of the game. No, I didn't have an oven. What am I saying? No, it wouldn't have. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with my draft. But just the way the game worked out. Stigsall benefited a lot from that. But the efficiency, like Steel Plow is incredibly efficient. Sid says, with regards to Capitalist, I would have drafted differently, tried to focus on one animal type, for example, or fence stables. Those are the hard ones to do well on. Yes, I would have drafted differently. That's an excellent point. Yeah. It's hard to say. I would have drafted differently, you're right. I guess I like drafting Churchwarden because I drafted it fourth, so everyone has seen it, so I'm in control of whether it gets played or not. So it says, I'm curious why Visiting Quarryman is so highly rated. Maybe that early action snowballs very well. Absolutely. So think of it as you pay Visiting Quarryman, and then you get the action back immediately from a 4 clay move, and then that lets you do a stone move. So like you basically get a free, the way I always look at it, Visiting Quarryman, you get 1 clay move, you get 1 stone move. The clay move is free, the stone move is a bonus. So it gives you a bonus stone move action early, which just means you can do something like build the well, or you can build pottery or basket maker's workshop, something that helps you feed in that second harvest. Same with cooking hearth. It also lets you get cooking hearth very easily. And the other thing it does, which almost no other card does in the game, is it lets you bank actions. No other card in the game lets you bank actions the way Visiting Quarryman does. And the fact that you can use your second action round 2, which is usually a crap action, and turn it into a move in round 4, where round 4, round 5, there's usually lots of tension. So, yeah. Anyways. 3 o'clock. Forest Farmer. Yeah, Forest Farmer is another card that lets you bank actions. But the thing is, the Forest Farmer action comes really late in the round. The great thing about Visiting Quarryman is it lets you can gain an action. Well, I guess Visiting Quarryman, the action you gain comes at the end of the round too, because it's you gain the first action and then you get to play third. Yeah. Yeah, Forest Farmer is similar, but you don't have to pay for Forest Farmer as much, and you have to get on Plow. But yes, the ability to bank actions in this game is really nice because there's some rounds where they're extra good. But what's funny about that is there's a G-Deck miner, what is it called, Helping Hands, which lets you choose to gain an action in one round to lose an action in the following round. That one is interesting. That one is actually not really that good because you don't have as much flexibility about when you gain and when you lose. Um, yeah, helping hand or hired helper or something. I don't remember what it's called exactly. Um, do I want to play another game? I might. Probably gonna take a bit of a break though. Maybe play in half an hour. I need to eat something, so I'm gonna take the stream down for now. I might be back. For all of you watching on YouTube, thank you very much for watching this little video. Hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll see y'all next time.